Dear students, welcome to online English class grade 9. Now we are discussing the lesson The Little Girl. This story is about a little girl named Kezia. She is afraid of her strict father. She always tries to avoid him. She lacks her confidence while talking to her father. She always stammers while talking to him. Let's continue the lesson. Listen carefully. I don't know, father. You don't know. If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Kezia could not reply to her father's question. Have you been a good girl today? Kezia cannot reply properly. She would stammer. I don't know, father. She stammers because she was not confident in the presence of her father. She feels fear. Then father would copy her. Father would imitate her. Father copies her words. You don't know. If you stutter like this, mother will have to take you to the doctor. He says to her that if she stuttered like that, then her mother would have to take her to a doctor for a checkup. If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. But Kezia never stutters. Kezia stammers before her father only. Kezia stammers in the presence of her father only. She never stuttered with other people. She stuttered with her father only. Only with her father. Because she lacks her confidence in the presence of her father. The writer tells us that Kezia never stammered while she spoke to other people. It was only when she talks to her father that she lacked confidence, and that is why she tried very hard to speak properly. In the presence of her father, she tries very hard to speak. She could not speak properly. Her father would not stop with this. He would continue. What is the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Kezia's father looks at her. He feels something wrong with her because the child is stammering. And he asks her, what is the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Wretched means miserable, distressed, unhappy. He asked her why she is so unhappy. And then he tells to his mother, Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. On the brink of suicide means about to commit suicide. He tells his mother that she should teach Kezia to behave in a better way. And she should not appear as if she is so unhappy and that she is about to end her life. Mother, you should teach her how to behave properly. Kezia seems to be unhappy with her life. It looks like she is about to end her life. So, mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Then he asks her to take the teacup back to the table. These are the feelings of the little girl towards her father. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. Kezia's father was so big. He was just like a giant. And the writer says that Kezia feels her father's hands and neck were very big. And his mouth also. Especially his mouth when he yawned. Kezia feels that her father's hands and neck were very big. And his mouth was so huge when he yawned. When he yawns, his mouth becomes very big. And thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Whenever Kezia thought about her father, she felt that she was thinking about a giant. He looked like a giant. For the little girl, her father looked like a terrible giant. These are the feelings of the little girl towards her father. She felt like a very big, terrible giant. Now let's see what her grandmother does to solve this problem. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with her father and mother. Every Sunday afternoon, Kezia's grandmother sent her downstairs. Kezia's grandmother sent her to the drawing room in order to spend time with her parents. On Sunday afternoons, Kezia's grandmother sent her down to the drawing room in order to have a nice talk with father and mother. In order to have a nice talk with her father and mother, Kezia's grandmother would send her to the drawing room on Sunday afternoons. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. So Kezia went to the drawing room to meet her parents and have a nice talk with them. But they were busy in doing their own things. Her mother was reading, her mother was busy with reading, and father was sleeping. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. Father was sleeping on the sofa and he was snoring. There was a handkerchief on his face. He covered his face with a handkerchief and he kept his feet on one of the best cushions. He was sleeping soundly and snoring. As per her grandmother's instructions, Kezia reached the room and she feels that she was neglected. She would sit on a stool. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. She would just sit on a stool and watch him, and he would wake up. Kezia would observe her father till the time he would wake up, and he would stretch his body. Then he would ask the time and looked at her. So all the while Kezia's father was asleep, she would just sit on a stool and watch him carefully till the time he would wake up and stretch his body. Then he would ask the time and look at her. And he would say, "Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl." Father looked at her and he would say, "Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl." Father would say that Kezia was staring at him like an owl does. "Don't stare like this. You look like a little brown owl." Kezia's grandmother always encouraged her to mingle with her father. One day when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she would make a pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. One day Kezia was not well. She had a cold and she was staying at home. So her grandmother suggested that she would make a pin cushion as a gift for her father's birthday. Her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week. She told Kezia to make a pin cushion for him, and she also gave her a yellow colored fabric of silk. With great effort, Kezia stitched the three sides of the pin cushion. She worked hard, laboriously. Laboriously means with great effort. With a double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides. The little girl stitched the three sides of the pin cushion. She put a lot of effort to make the birthday gift. She used double cotton, means thread, and she stitched three sides of the cushion. But what was to fill it with? She had prepared the bag shape of the cushion. Now she had to fill something inside and stitch the fourth side. She had to fill something inside and had to stitch the fourth side also. But what to fill it with? That was the question. Nothing was there to fill it. And the grandmother was out in the garden. Grandmother was also not there. She was in the garden. and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scraps. Kezia was confused. She was confused that what should she use to fill the cushion with, and her grandmother was out in the garden. She was just looking for something. She reached her mother's bedroom. She was looking for bits of paper or cloth to fill the cushion. She was searching for it. She was searching for something to fill the cushion, and she discovered something. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. What she did, on the bed table, she found many sheets of fine paper. She collected all the sheets. She collected all the paper. She collected them up. Then she tore the paper into tiny pieces. She tore that paper. She tore that sheets of paper. She tore it and filled her cushion. Then she stitched the fourth side. She stitched the fourth side of the cushion, and she had prepared a birthday gift for her father. That night something happened in the house. That night there was a hue and cry in the house. Hue and cry means angry protest. That night there was an angry protest in the house. What happened? Father's great speech for the port authority had been lost. Rooms were searched. Servants were questioned. Finally, mother came to Kezia's room. There was a lot of shouting in the house because Kezia's father had prepared a speech for the port authority. Father had prepared a speech for a particular meeting, and it was lost. They searched the rooms. They questioned the servants. Finally, mother came to Kezia's room. Rooms were searched. Servants were questioned. Finally, mother came into Kezia's room. Dear students, today we are concluding here. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Complete the given homework and send it in the group. If you have any doubt, you can clarify it with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.